I'm pissed.
Hey,
I'm so mad. I'm so mad right now.
what up, world?
Hey,
Today,
everybody.
today, today is a big day at NYLifeStyle. Let the beat drop a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Y'all funny.
all right. So, good day, everybody. Welcome to NYLifeStyle, featuring your boy B and my boy Kel. What up? Today we gonna have obviously 4 hot topics and 2 topics on the NBA, and we have my brother from another mother as our special guest, as our business spotlight. He's gonna be giving us his input on every topic today. So
Yep.
sit back, enjoy the ride.
Hey,
Hey,
I
hey.
feel like I'm on first take right now. Where's Steven at?
What you looking at?
So once again, good day, good afternoon, good morning, with everything. This is Brandon, this is Cal, and our special guest is another LU Lion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Call him Ron Brown, Philly's finest.
Y'all can
What
call
up,
me whatever
Ron? How
y'all
you?
want. What's up with y'all?
All right.
Long time no see, right?
So we ain't gonna hold for it.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. The new, as we just missing one more, but he probably
Yeah,
somewhere lifting weights. So
he's catching a body right now.
literally. So today, our first topic is obviously those hot topics. Now, first topic is from last week. Uh, Going into this week, we just gonna touch bases on Donald Trump, and as people know, his impeachment process has gone to the Senate, and how it affects his process going further, as far as him running for another 4 years. Now, Calvin, you want to start us off? How do you feel about
I think that there's always a politics within the politics. So, with that being said, does Donald Trump need to not have any more terms? I do think so. Um, he's documented the things that he's done for the country, but we've also seen some of the things that has happened under his presidency as well, in terms of how the back stormed, um, and people saying that he led it, um, as well as the numerous occasions that have been documented over the years that he's divided the country in one way or another. As a president, commander in chief, your first and primary job is to make sure that you unify the people. And there's been a lot of division based on prejudice, based on bias, and based on privilege, white privilege specifically. So yes, it might be going to the Senate, but only time will tell if people will actually not only vote on it, but put it into place.
that?
So we'll see.
And this is another question for Ron. Do you think he's deserving of another 4 years?
No. Hell no. um, he wasn't deserving of the first 4 years, in my opinion. Like the first 4 years was like, it's like I told you, it felt like 2 terms in one,
Mm.
and it was just like everything just kind of went downhill like the minute he came in, like in my opinion. And I just kind of felt like he used it in his way of like staying relevant and staying in power. And it's just kind of like, I find that weak-minded in my opinion.
Yeah, and
Now
then
I can continue going on all day about how I feel about Trump, but some people might not like it.
yeah, just just voice your opinion the PG way. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Even so, even in the PG way, you might come across some people that would be like, no, I'm down with Trump, like regardless. I'm
Yeah.
down with Trump. And it's just like, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. Just don't hurt nobody. Cause
For example, his little crew that came into Washington 2 weeks ago.
that didn't make any sense. I never thought I would see something like that in my life. Like that made no sense whatsoever.
Hmm. Now to elaborate, basically Trump is was all money hungry. So um, if you ask me, I don't really consider him a president. He's just somebody that held that position per se. So now with Joe Biden, I done heard some some of the people from the white supremacy or white privilege, how you want to say it, saying like, oh yeah, we got to give Joe Biden a shot. Then you got the others saying, oh, screw him, screw everybody, because they was down with Trump. But if we had to deal with Trump, they can deal with Joe Biden.
Right.
It's democracy at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, some
Now,
people don't understand democracy, but hey,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Now the second hot topic today. I'm not sure if my boys have seen this, but um, the icon Larry King passed away over the weekend at 87. He's one of the main reasons why I started watching CNN.
Yes.
Hmm.
And like he he was just a man on CNN. Like, even people that didn't watch that don't watch the news, they go, "Oh yeah, Larry King, I know that dude." Oh,
Yeah.
behind, like so.
Yeah.
That's why we had to shout out Larry King on that one. Any thoughts on him?
Who wants to go first?
Well,
Um.
I already gave my point.
Well, I know you gave your point. I don't know if Calvin goes next, and then I just go last. I don't know how this works.
Well, I mean, I'll go. Then you go after. That's fine. Um. So watching Larry King growing up, that was something that my dad always used to throw on a Friday night. So I knew when it was 10 o'clock on a Friday night because that's the only time I actually got to stay up on the weekend growing up. Till I hit high school. So watching Larry King doing many segments, talking to different people, that was just something that I used to do with my dad. So when I thought of Larry King, I thought of my dad, who actually passed a few years ago as well. So that's what I was thinking about as I was reminiscing about Larry King.
Wow, that's deep, actually. I don't know how to follow that one. That is deep. But I didn't watch Larry King like that. I mean, obviously I knew who he is. Everybody knew who he was. I don't really know how I was introduced to him. It's just like it was Larry King. As far as I don't know, all I
Mm-hmm.
know is like, he was that dude. But as far as like his death is concerned, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I kind of felt like it wasn't given enough attention like you would think it would. I mean, you would think it would be like groundbreaking news. And it kind of felt a little like it was just another person. It just felt like a little dragged on. It didn't really like nobody really paid it much attention. So
Right,
so
up in
I'm like,
age.
yeah, I mean, I don't know really how I feel about that. Cause like I said, you would think it would be a huge it would be something that a lot of people would be talking about. Cause like we just said, everybody knows who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's known who he was for like decades. So it's kind of like, how is it that he passed away and all of a sudden it's nothing?
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, well, think about it. Like if somebody else died, like let's say Betty White, 99, she just turned 99, she all of a sudden passed away. Is it gonna be the same thing for
Right.
somebody that lived this long and
Right.
did
Right.
so much?
Yeah. Compared to like Betty, like they'll be showing all her old shows and everything like that. Um, they can't really show Larry King's old episodes.
Yeah, they can show highlights.
Yeah.
I mean, I know CNN did something. I would think CNN did something.
Hmm.
I
He
mean,
basically
CNN,
put
he was
y'all on
basically pretty much.
that. I know we can go on all day on that.
Mm.
Our third topic, Ron might like this one. We are going to talk about Mr. Conor McGregor getting spanked on Saturday, putting that man to sleep, and now you want a rematch. Now, my thing is, he was looking like Nate Robinson, and then he leaves the arena with crutches. Now all of a sudden you want a rematch? Stop trying to be Mr. Fly Guy, because you're not. Your time is over. Like,
I
I'll
mean,
um,
take it.
that's the thing though, because they talk about the ring rust, right? Like he had both guys, both fighters actually had only one fight in 2020. That some people compare them to uh the Ronda Rousey situation. She was on top, she was tight, and then she got knocked out, and then you kind of don't hear from Ronda much after.
right. Ronda got beat and then went over to WWE. Come on now.
And then she left that after a year.
So
But I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna throw a deuce on this dude though. Like it's like,
Bash him.
okay,
Yeah.
um, well, one, he's gonna be out for a minute anyway. That dude got a medical suspension right now, so he
Uh,
ain't going nowhere. He gonna be sitting at the house right now. But like you see that all the time, and especially in like MMA and boxing, all that stuff. You got the one dude, top man. As soon as he gets beat, everybody's ready to say, "Oh, he's done. It's over." Like
mhm.
throw him. And then they kind of just toss them to the side and shit. I mean,
Right.
stuff. Sorry, people, stuff. But it's like I'm not gonna say he's completely done. I know that he's kind of like he's not the guy he used to be. I can say he's not in his prime anymore. But
So,
I said,
so this is a question that I have for you, Ron. Do you think that because McGregor won the first match, he lost the second one? How you think that third one gonna be?
it really depends on how both men prepare for it and how both men are once they get into the octagons. Like, are they going to give it day off,
Mm-hmm.
or is one going to be like, I don't really got to prove anything?
That's just like, for instance, that's just like saying, okay, if I'm fighting Calvin in the hood, right? I beat him the first time, but he put me to sleep the second time. You think I'm gonna be ready for that third one. Like,
Dude, like as far as I'm concerned, if it's like a rubber match and stuff, both men got something to prove. They want to prove that they're the better man and stuff. So it's like, okay, 1-1. Somebody's gonna have to prove that they're the better dude. That's like the same thing. Let's say like Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock all over again.
mm-hmm.
Although,
In their prime.
how that one did.
I don't know if Stone Cold want to fight. He's too busy drinking beer somewhere. But yeah,
I
He gonna
mean,
ask, he gonna be like, you know what? I want Brandon Warfield on my podcast now. Where is Brandon Warfield? I want him on my podcast now.
any thoughts, Calvin?
I mean, McGregor is someone who is has been known as one of the faces of UFC. But can I say that he's necessarily the best fighter? No. Um, he's more so wants to get you on the ground. If he can't do that, then you can stand pound for pound with him. So it's a matter of technique. It's a matter of what the storyline is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was watching the fighter who beat him this morning on person take. So
Yeah,
that's
he.
that fighter's not the same fighter. It kind of reminds me of Rocky, right?
Mhm.
So Rocky and Apollo Creed, for y'all know, like one of the greatest movies of all time. Apollo didn't expect anything from
Trilogy,
Rocky.
greatest series of all time.
Mhm.
Rocky doesn't expect anything. He's a southpaw fighter from Philly. Like you don't expect anything from Rocky in the first movie. But then Apollo eventually gets um, respect for him and takes him more seriously in the second fight. But that doesn't mean that the outcome was different. But that means that the men's mentality behind the fight was different. So that's what it comes down to. The storyline, the mentality, and who wants it more, and who
Hmm.
wants to put the bragging rights out there.
Mm, I like that. I like that way of putting it. I didn't even think of it like, oh, he probably lost it because he wasn't taking him seriously. So it's kind of like, oh wow, that is actually a great narrative for like if they do go for a third one.
Yeah, you never want to underestimate your opponent. And just because you beat them before, it's the same thing with sports throughout. It doesn't matter. It's always like that. When you are in sports, you tend to take your opponent a little bit lighter. Or if you know that the opponent is not that great, you tend to take them lightly. How else do you explain that the Nets got beat by the Cavaliers twice? On
I knew we
paper,
were going to
you would
eventually get
think,
to NBA.
right.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
So like on paper, you would think, right, that there's no way that the Cleveland Cavaliers can beat the Nets twice in 1 week. But how
Right.
else do you explain that besides the fact that the mentality behind it was just different? Cleveland felt that they belonged on the same court as Brooklyn. Maybe Brooklyn didn't feel that Cleveland was that team.
Yeah, it could have been like a two-sided thing. Like they were somebody that, you can't just take lightly just because it looks like you can on paper. But at the same time, it's um I really can't really explain too much of like how what I'm trying to say, but it's like, you gotta take your opponent seriously. They're professional for a reason, just like
Exactly.
you.
So,
Exactly.
so I do want to elaborate on that. 2 points on those Brooklyn bums because I'm in a Laker mood today. So
I get that. And I'm always gonna respect the purple and gold because shout out to the purple and gold. But don't get disrespectful on my hometown. Don't do it.
hey,
Yo, next time, first of all, next time you go to Brooklyn, like, yo, bring me because I want to see that. I want to see that Biggie painting
oh yeah.
there. Like, I really want to see that. I'm like, yo, that
Hey,
John. I saw on TV.
hey,
Like, oh,
so
and then,
Calvin, first let me do my 3 points before. Let me get on you first. First of all, I'm never coming at Brooklyn.
Okay. Because I was about to say, I was about to do Stephen A. Watch your mouth. Be respectful.
he was talking
Okay,
about another Brooklyn. He was talking about Brooklyn in another state because
but
there's another Brooklyn somewhere else.
but I do want to say Colin Sexton ain't care about no Brooklyn that those 2 nights.
That is true.
Now Brooklyn, yeah, they won last night. That's a good one. But if you came,
It was Jimmy Butler, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put an asterisk to that.
if you let Cleveland beat you back to back, defense, something ain't right.
But you know what? To be honest, Cleveland has a better team than people give them credit for.
Yeah,
And shout out to BJ Bickerstaff because he's a heck of a coach.
they got every big man in the league.
Right. So I mean, they play defense. They do play hard. They play scrappy. It ain't your Cleveland Cavaliers of old where LeBron and you expect them to win championships, but they are playing respectable ball. You gotta give them credit for that much.
So I have a question, and this leads into our next question, right? Um, After 15, 20 games, who is who is your biggest surprise, and who do you think is the best team in the NBA?
Well, I'm gonna let Ron take that floor first. This is our guest.
Um, so I haven't actually been paying attention too much to ball this year. But I would say like, LA's got it as far as like the best right now, in my opinion. I don't know if y'all feel the same about that. I mean, just because they're your favorite team doesn't mean that, you feel like they are the best technically right now.
Well, to be honest with you, yeah, I know that you haven't been watching basketball like that. Um, all I'm gonna say is they got the best roster on the in the game.
Mhm. Hello? Everybody go.
One.
All right, so back at this, so my Lakers are my favorite team and the best team that I feel. Now, my sleeper team, and I did my research, the New York Knicks.
You're surprised about the Knicks? Hmm. Elaborate.
That's the reason why.
And funny thing is about that too. Before we go into that, didn't I tell you I almost wanted to pick them for my top 8 seeds?
Yeah, yeah.
And you laughed at me before the season began. And now look,
And
Thibodeau.
so
Mm, mm,
Ron, the
mm,
reason
mm.
why the reason why Ron is because they playing 72 games this year, right?
Mhm.
I thought they were only gonna win 15. They already got 8. So
Mm,
that's
mm.
why that's my surprise.
Tom Thibodeau effect.
Yeah, they've been messing around with that frozen envelope again, haven't they?
And then
They-
they don't have all them people booing them when they playing bad. So
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't imagine being booed in Madison Square Garden. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Carmelo got booed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was also getting booed for a lot more than just that. There was
We,
way too
we,
much going on with him.
we
We gonna
well,
try on topic. We gonna try to stay on topic because we going left. Let's keep it on the middle of the road. We going left now. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna chime in about the team that I think is the most surprised team, as well as the team who was doing the best. So yes, I gotta concur that Lakers are doing the best right now, not just because I'm a fan, but because of the greatness of LBJ. Um, had 21 points first quarter, easily could have had like a 60-point game, probably even an 81-point game. Shout out to Kobe Bean Bryant. Um, but second and third quarter, he decided that he's going to facilitate because he knows Anthony Davis needs to be able to hold it down if they have a chance of getting back to the chip and winning it all again to become back-to-back champions. Now, the team that I wouldn't say that they're a surprise per se, but you really cannot take a night off against this team because they come after you game in and game out. I'm gonna say it's Phoenix. I felt like Phoenix was gonna be really, really good going into this. The addition of Chris Paul helped a lot.
State
Devin Booker
Farm.
is a beast. Um, you cannot underestimate the job that Monty Williams has done coaching this team up, and they play very unselfishly. And check out DeAndre Ayton. Like DeAndre Ayton is a beast right now. He's easily a top 3, top 5 center
Oh
at
yeah,
this moment.
the one looking like Ryan brother. Yeah, Aiden. Yeah.
Shout out
I'll
to the
take
island
that.
because DeAndre Ayton is from the islands.
hmm
All right.
Now, to elaborate on what Calvin was talking about, and I wanted to say the last hot topic for right now. Um, we just gonna go around. Yes, today is the 1 year anniversary of Kobe's uh, passing in the airplane crash or the helicopter, however you want to call it. Just everybody go around, give the one moment that or remembrance of Kobe? Ryan?
Oh, so it's my turn. Okay. Um. So are we talking about like his like
Your favorite moment? Yeah.
my favorite? Okay, cool. Man, there's a lot. I mean, when I was first introduced to Kobe, is like when I really first started watching basketball was in '01, and of course that was when the Sixers got to that
And and,
final
and
for the
lost.
one and only time. But I would have to say, like, when I first saw Kobe, I'm like, damn, like, everybody was saying like, and this is like early Kobe. This is like
Afro Kobe.
Afro Kobe. Like this is rapper Kobe. He was trying to be a rapper.
Number
But
eight.
wait, what happened?
Number 8. Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. But like, yo, his skills was like crazy, and I'm like, oh wow, it's not just hype. Like, okay, he's really the real deal and shit. I mean, and stuff. Oh my god, I keep doing it
So,
and stuff.
we'll give
Well,
us some pass for the day
Hmm?
because our guest, we're gonna give you a small pass. We're gonna keep in mind that we're gonna keep this PG though.
Wait, what did you? Okay,
Proceed.
all right. So like, my biggest memory of him though was like probably the '08 playoffs. In the finals with the Celtics, the one that they won, and it was like but he was holding his own, and I kind of liked it. I loved it because it took him years after Shaq left to find his rhythm and find a rhythm within the team to like get back to that place.
about
So
five
even though they
years. Yeah.
lost that, it was still like
They run it. They ran into some big boys: Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce.
man. But they still held it, man. Like they still held it. I mean, I gotta say that game 3. I know everybody remembers game 3 though, because Lakers was killing that game.
Ray
Like
Allen
I
came
thought
back.
it was going, dog. I was
We had them up 20, and we lost.
this had to have been written. They must have a script writer or something, because this I never seen that before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen that before in my life. I was like, but yo, some of his best moments, honestly, are moments where he doesn't really come out on top. It's kind of like you can't you like most people are so used to seeing they rather see somebody win, but the crazy thing is you're gonna lose more than you're gonna win. But if you put your best effort in it, and he put his best effort in a lot of losing situations, so it's like
And
can't
like
say nothing negative about him.
and like Michael Jordan always said, and Kobe and Jordan was like similar. Jordan said, "Shoot,
They are.
I'll shoot 1,000 times, and I'll miss 1,000 times, but I'm gonna still keep on shooting." Like
I mean, they are similar. Like I'm currently watching The Last Dance because I finally got Netflix. So I'm currently watching it. And I'm just like, damn,
yeah, that boy was bad.
like what the damn.
Yeah,
Like, oh my God, like this dude takes no rest and stuff. And it's like, I'm not, once again, we about to go left a little bit, but it's like, okay, I can understand why people saying he has a gambling problem because he is competitive to the max. He ain't even, it probably wasn't even for the money. He's like, I just want to beat somebody.
hmm he'll bet you on a chair. Like, oh, I bet you that you won't get this black chair, but I'll get this brown chair. Put 500 on it,
Yeah.
and then
So I'm
you be
just
like,
going to end my,
what he,
right. But I'm just going to end my statement by saying, rest in peace to Kobe. And like, what kind of bothered me the most was that he wasn't the only one,
8 others. Yeah.
including his daughter. So like, I was really hurt by that one.
hmm
But Calvin, your turn.
Sure. So again, respect to Vanessa, to Kobe, Gigi, whole Bryant family. Um, want to make sure that we give proper respect to the people who also was on the helicopter as well, whose families have lost a loved one. Specifically for Kobe, a lot of great moments, ranging from the crossover live to Shaq against Portland to Shaq fouling out and Kobe taking over in the game in the finals.
Because I know you about to go to my moment. Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Oh no, you're not gonna do the moment that everybody's thinking of.
Over to my co-host so he can have his moment. But there are a lot of great moments, and some of Kobe's greatest moments have also been off the court in terms of his work with the
Wait.
Academy.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I
Oh,
say something?
Yeah,
Yo, I did not know until they was talking about like after he died and they were talking about his accomplishment. I did not know this dude won an Oscar. I'm like, oh God, is he the only what?
he had a
Damn,
little-
even good actors can't get an Oscar.
he had a whole series. Yep.
Shoot, like it took how long did it take Leonardo DiCaprio to get an Oscar?
Yeah. Even after the Titanic, like, come on now, Leo, come on, you really couldn't get one
Oh
Leo.
man, yeah, I felt like he should have got one. Well, your turn, B.
So I can go in on the 81 because that's what everybody loves him for.
Who's gonna say it?
But the last game of his career,
I knew that was gonna probably be a second one because that was good, like especially at that time.
the man was 40 and still put up 60.
He makes a lot of players that don't put no effort look really bad. Like, oh man,
And he said in the fourth quarter, he's they asked him, could he still keep going?
what?
And he was like, yo, my legs is dead. And then he dropped the extra 15 points.
Right. Yo, is anybody else here static right now?
Yeah, but we gonna try to
All right.
fix that. So
Really thought I was just.
now the we can go in on Kobe all day, but the next topic is gonna be with all this Corona going on. Do you think the NBA should go back to a bubble?
Um. So me personally, I don't know why they left the bubble in the first place, and that's really all I'm going to say about that. I mean, I know, like they trying to like make money off of ticket sales. I believe that was the case, right? So like, do I think they'll go back though? Ask me that a month from now, because right now, no, I don't see it.
yeah. I mean, I think sooner or later they may have to. I know they're trying to make sure that like Ron alluded to, trying to recoup some of their finances. Which they're not really able to do that much because the only fans that they're allowed to have right now are close family and friends of the players. Um, they're allowed to get tickets in occasionally a couple of season ticket holders randomly. Um, so there aren't a whole lot of fans in the stadiums or in the arenas right now. But I think for teams to be able to safely like play out this, they may have to consider it. It really is going to be dependent on how it goes in the second half of the season because you have a team like Washington who has not really played a lot of games with their Eagles season, and then they're teams have had to either cancel or delay their games because of contracting or it's spreading. I may have to go back to
Mhm. Right now, I think because baseball was dealing with the same thing, but they made it through the regular season. So why can't they? They don't necessarily
Good point.
because every they no more hugging. Just dap up and go.
Mm. There's always that business side that's like, I hate that
Because
side.
they cancel receivers. So you lose out on a lot of.
Yeah, they cancel the season. Definitely gonna lose a lot of money. For sure. So with that being said, we're gonna go to our business spotlight, which our good friend today and brother is the spotlight. So Ron Evans, Ron Brown.
Hold up. This thing drives me crazy. Alright, I'm back.
Questions for you to conclude for our business spotlight.
So I said that again because
we have about five questions or so that we're going to ask you. Talking a little bit about your artistry as an artist, and what are some of your influences or things that inspire you to make the content that you create, or things that young MCs are coming up maybe trying to figure out or how to get knowledge upon. So we're gonna ask you these questions shortly. So first question, I'll start off. Who inspired started doing music?
What inspired me to do music, I always had this, I guess, a desire for music, but what made me decide to just do it was like, I just found the right place, right quarantine, and I was just like, I could continue thinking about how I'm gonna do it, I can continue planning it, or I can just go do it. And I just chose to start doing it, not waiting to do it, but just to start doing it. Now I would say, like, y'all know my favorite rapper is Eminem, so yeah. But I got other influences like I'm a huge Tupac fan. Um, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I definitely think he's the greatest rapper of all time. But that's just me because I feel like what he speaks on is more thought provoking and more meaningful than what any other artist has ever talked about. And I feel like it still holds up today. So it's like I can't like say that to me, I feel like he's the best rapper ever. And I feel like he's the best. He's a great like influencer, even though like his character's always been demised a little bit. I feel like he definitely portrays what people see when they look at a black man in America. They see somebody like him, and they see his like the flaws in all of them, like they did with him. And I kind of feel like he was that image of what black men in America are labeled as.
Okay, so based off
Hmm?
that Tupac was something people saw as to a degree of representing some black men. How do you feel about that?
Hmm? Um,
And how do you feel that?
Wait, like explain that again.
So you made a statement of that I'm paraphrasing. You said that some people view Tupac as a representative of some black men. So based on that statement, how how do you feel how do you see that as a positive? And how that also turns either a negative or like,
Um, so like I'm trying to elaborate on what you said because like there's a complete echo right now, and like I could barely hear what you're saying. But um, I mean, is you trying to? Are you asking me like how do I approach my music or something like that? Like,
no. What I was saying was, you said that some view Tupac as a representative of some black youth, right?
yeah. So I'm gonna elaborate on what I say about that.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, so I'm gonna elaborate on say like about that. I don't mean necessarily like that's how black people view black people. I mean that's how like white people or anybody else view us in a negative light.
Okay.
So what I mean is like they look at his flaws and then like, oh, all black men are probably just as angry as he is, but just as ignorant as he is, or whatever, and therefore it's like they're not seeing the other side, or they're not of him, or they're not listening to actually what he's saying instead of like labeling it as just something they don't agree with right away. And I feel like that's how they see all of us as
Okay.
black men. It's like just they're always in the wrong, or we're always in the wrong.
Okay. I can see how some people can see it that way. Do you want to ask that question?
Hmm?
So I know we had like some a whole lineup of questions, but we gonna just change it up a little bit.
Okay.
So I just want to know like what type of style um type of style of music you do. Uh,
All right. So we didn't. I didn't make this like elaborate this earlier. So like, my rap name is Young Quave or Quave. I like going by Quave.
right, let the people know who this man is, man. Come on.
So like you spell it like Quave. Um, and I rap. Um, my style is more like I'm a fan of 90s hip hop, so my style is more, I guess you can say old school. I don't like really using that term because I've seen lately how people in music try to make old school seem like they try to put it in a way to like make it seem like it's not cool anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
So
just kind of
so
like, oh, that's back in the day. That's not relevant anymore. So it's like,
so
if you
so
listen,
are you a DMX or are you a Tupac?
uh, I would have to say I'm more of like a DMX. Um, I do have my moments where I'm like speaking more meaningful stuff, but my stuff is more like I love the shock value. I'm not even gonna hold you. I love the shock value in my lyrics. And I feel like it grabs people's attention, especially when I'm performing. I swear to God, I could be in like the room where like everybody's just there just to be there, but nobody's really paying attention. And as soon as I say something that's like completely like somebody be like, this, did he didn't, did he? eh," And then they just won't stop listening to me until I get off the stage.
Yeah,
And then they're like, oh my God, that was the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
in America, he was like that in school too. So
Yep.
I would be like that right now if I was told not to cuss and everything
right,
like that. I have no filter. I just that's who I am. I don't do it necessarily to hurt anybody. It's just who I am. I I respect those that can at least tell me, they didn't like something I said was like offensive or something. I can respect that over somebody that just starts getting upset and acting all like a high school kid and stuff, like in their feelings and everything, but not actually saying, you know what, I didn't like what you said, man. Like that kind of hurt my feelings, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll be like, that sounds like a personal problem now.
we Calvin has one more question, and then I got one.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So my one more question is, where can people get access to your music so they can hear some of the things that you have done and are going to?
So you can get my music on Spotify or any music platform. You just gotta type in Quave. I personally would say type in Quave hip hop. That's QUAVE hip hop all in one. That way it doesn't get confused with anybody else. So you can find my music there. I also got music videos and stuff like that on my YouTube channel. So that's also Quave hip hop. And yeah, that's where you can find it. I have stuff on SoundCloud as well. I barely pay attention to SoundCloud right now, but it's there. Right now it's like what's like 8 songs because that's like my first album. So I'm trying to get back in the studio and get some more music out there. But yeah, all my stuff is on all music platforms under Quave Hip Hop.
All right. And the last question. I know this is gonna be out of the blue.
Oh boy.
Since he's not gonna be on our show next week, um, we're gonna get Ryan Brown's Super Bowl prediction between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Who you got?
Wait, who was the first team?
Got you.
Kansas City Chiefs.
And you got the Bucks.
Tom Brady's Bucks.
Buck. Oh no. Wow, that's the Super. Okay, that's interesting. Oh wow. I don't want to say the Bucks because you said Tom Brady, but it's Tom Brady. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say right now. Stop playing that music.
Hey, we about to wrap it up, bruh.
Man, yeah, so I would have to go with the Bucks right now. I don't want to though. I really don't want to.
Cause see, me and Calvin are not gonna say anything about this because we got a whole show next week about the Super Bowl.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
All right, so I gotta definitely check that out.
we giving you the first pick of the for the Super Bowl.
Man, man. Yeah,
So
so
there you
I
have
would
it,
have to go
everybody.
with the Bucks,
Ron
yeah.
is going with those Tampa. Nope, not the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Kansas City Chiefs. Now we do from NY Lifestyle hope that y'all enjoyed this show today with our brother from another mother as our special
Mhm.
guest. Um,
You.
Deacon Pride. You feel me? Yeah, we trying to do it big out here. Like now, as y'all know, wear your mask, stay safe.
Wash your damn hands.
Wash them hands. Yeah, and if you're sick, I'm gonna just say right now, keep your ass home. Like that's the only way I can say it. Just keep your butt home. Like there is no ifs, ands, or buts. So now enjoy your weekend. Ain't no football this week, but it's a lot of basketball. So
Hmm.
from NY Lifestyle to y'all, from me and Kel, we hope y'all enjoy your week and stay blessed.